He just knows you can't call. I mean, he's smart.
I'll tell you after. I'll tell you the truth after.
I'll call no matter what it is. Oh my God.
And on his second hand,
Sweaty Phil raising to 6,500. With a couple of queens.
Don't call him Sweaty Phil.
Sorry.
I mean, Silent Mike was okay. Sweaty Phil. You don't want to give the guy that name.
All right, last time.
I mean, even though before the show, he did say to me, "Are you working with Greasy AJ?" And I said, "Yeah, unfortunately."
You have no clue. Okay, I'll do the negotiations for
All right, I get the point.
over there for Eli. We'll chop with you, buddy.
It's okay.
Well, wait, I haven't called. All right, if it's okay, I call now. 65, right? Yeah. We still chop with you.
Sammy will chop with a Jack 5 of clubs.
I don't want you to beat me either.
Yeah, we're after Phil. The other Phil, not you, Phil.
Flop comes 8, king, 6.
3 diamonds.
Check.
Bad move to check here.
10 of clubs on a turn.
Let's see if Sammy tries to take it away. If Phil Galfond has been watching this game,
16.
he'll realize that 16,000 is not a big bet relative to the action that's been going on here. And I would think he would at least call here on the turn. But he's not going to because he's playing semi-normal poker. And in semi-normal poker, if you have a pair of black queens and king something something of diamonds comes out on the flop, someone bets 16,000, you throw your hand away.
I should have taken the chop.
No, you should have bet on the flop.
By the way, I was going to take a chop.
I got the min raise in.
Min raise is good.
Already straddled.
We done or you are the next one, the last one? Who's going to be the last
Just
one?
keep going. It's better.
I threw a 64 out there, I'm pretty sure.
Elliott straddled. Matisow didn't realize it. Thought he was raising
38.
the $800 big blind to 3,200. Turned out to be a min raise to 3,200. Elke called with a pair of 8s, and now Phil Galfond,
170, who cares?
who maybe thinks he played a little too tight in his first appearance on high stakes poker,
Thank you.
has raised it to 11-2 with Queen 7 of diamonds.
I don't play Tom's style.
No, let's get that.
No one plays Tom's style.
I play my style.
That's true.
Yeah.
There was a guy who played like you one time.
11-2.
One time?
There was a guy.
Ellie says, sounds good to me.
Very similar.
I got ace-10 offsuit.
He couldn't pull the trigger, boys. He was there.
Daniel would have jumped the gun.
How much did you start with there, Mike?
Elke, he can't play by himself.
I'm
right?
surprised Mike didn't call with Jack, Queen of Hearts. Probable four-way action. Could have been a big pot.
I don't think I'm alone in saying that I would probably call with your hand.
Well, it's going to be a big pot for somebody.
Yeah. You see, you single.
Ellie's flopped top 2 pair, aces and 10s. Phil Galfond's got the flush draw.
Nobody would have folded.
Nobody here would have folded your hand. I'll bet you that.
You got it.
Would
$500
have
bucks?
folded what? 2 kings?
While Ellie is debating his play here,
Raise, call, raise.
Tom Dwan has bet Matisow that Dahl wouldn't have folded what Matisow had, whatever it was.
How much you start the game with?
250.
It's a good thing you thought of it, because I never would have done it twice.
That's a lot, right?
50 more.
50 more?
Not as much as it looks like. It looks more.
72 total. And you cover me?
I believe so. I got 300.
Seems to me that Phil Galfond came to play this season on high stakes poker. All those blue $25,000 chips could go in here. If Ellie calls, like he will, Phil Galfond could say, let's run it twice. And if he's watched high stakes poker, he knows that Ellie will run it twice. But he just calls. If a diamond doesn't come on the turn, there's nowhere for Phil Galfond to go. I don't think he's going to lead out and bet at it. Let's see. No diamond.
I'm all in.
And there's the all-in.
All right, Mike, what was the big hand?
Jack Queen.
Jack Queen not suited.
Jack Queen of Hearts.
Of hearts?
Jack Queen of Hearts? Jack Queen of Hearts.
Pay him,
Shit,
man.
500
My
bucks.
goodness, you really thought somebody would fold that?
500 bucks.
Are you serious? How could you possibly think
You'd
Doyle
call
would fold
8,000
that?
bucks.
You really thought Doyle would fold that?
Straddle is not on,
It's a little early to
and
say
David's going to raise to 4,200 with his pair of tens.
that. Get something on those 3 pretty first cards.
Ain't good. It's not like a.
Phil Galfond raises to 16,000. He's probably noticed that David's limped every time he has a big pair and doesn't put David on much of a hand, but he's running to Ellie with kings.
16 what?
Man, when he throws that tip money out there like that, you gotta know he's got a weak hand.
And it looks like the price of poker is going
You
up.
gotta know he's got like a weak value bet, and you gotta just find that 400.
40,500.
I'm not joking at all. Like,
First, you have to be genius and hit his.
David is observing everything that Ellie's doing now.
And I did
Ellie seems a little relaxed, seems
so many
comfortable.
runners though. If I had an 8 or a jack, I'd got so many odds. When Eli offered me to play heads up, I couldn't believe it, and I started calling my friends to brag that he actually asked me that, because all my friends are like grinding and trying to find fish online, and he just offers me to play heads up. It's like, how often does it happen? It's like finding the leprechaun with the pot of gold.
And that's all yours, right? A lot. Okay. That covers me.
David made the right decision. Now, for some reason, maybe it's because Phil Galfond thinks Ellie's steaming from the last hand, being outplayed by Lex. He's entertaining, either calling or maybe raising. No, it looks like he's calling. He's calling with King 5 offsuit. This is about the worst spot. Ellie bets 33,000. He's hoping Galfond has a pair, as long as they're not nines.
Well, no, but it's like
Can't blame Galfond for calling.
I win, you don't, or whatever. Now you're in 500.
Another 9. It's going to make it worse for Phil. Check, check. Galfond wouldn't bite. That river queen doesn't help Ellie's cause. If Ellie had aces, kings, or queens, he's got Galfond. Galfond could only split if Ellie had ace-king.
It would lay me 3-1. I'll say, I think it's like 2 point.
Ellie's check on the turn didn't induce a bet,
I just want to get like 5 or something.
so it looks like he's loading up here.
What would you lay me? Either of you.
110,000. Ellie's saying to Phil, hey,
I mean,
kid, I either got a monster or I got nothing. You decide.
There's only like 5 of them or something, and most of them are big fields.
Pocket queens?
What's it?
I asked if you had pocket queens, but I wasn't really asking you. I was just talking to myself. I would have called a small bet. I have a full house.
Wow.
Hard to make full houses in that game.
For a second, I was thinking you made a flush.
Look at the
A
straight.
check 10 of spades wouldn't be too bad.
And that was a sick bit too. That
Like the whole.
Phil makes the right decision. It was a good laydown.
follow the king.
I had a king.
Really good at tennis, right?
All right, I don't believe that.
You had a king?
I don't believe that.
I believe it.
Raise, you pre.
You didn't watch the
bet
hand,
flop.
Tom.
If you want to play with me, you know where you have to go? To the kiddie game down the street.
Stupid mother queens.
How do you not call when the pot's
I got married to the queen, boys.
And I shoved for 250 more.
Raised to 8,000.
Daniel's going to be the guy stepping up in this hand. 8,000 with King 5 suited.
What value to call you? Because now we deal twice and maybe I hit you know, pair, or either, you know, if it's two pair, but I don't know. I just figure maybe. I mean, 3-3 was also an option for you.
How much did you have left?
Huh?
How much did you have left?
253.
3 players.
He covered me.
He had 253 and I have 320.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
I was 400.
Daniel hits his
400 in
king.
the middle and-
Phil Galfond's got 8s.
You know, one of those things that you have a feeling I felt it right away. I just you teach me to play from your gut, and
There was
this,
another possibility. You could have slow played aces or kings there. You know.
That's exactly the other position that I have in my mind. I have queens, and I thought I saw you doing it many times. Saw you playing kings and aces slow.
Yeah, but there's 3 people behind him, so in that spot he's not gonna raise with kings and aces.
Why is it necessary
He
that
is
you
going.
flush
He's
small?
going to have to on the flop. Check it out. If a raise comes
Galfond
behind,
decides
it's
to
a
see the
I
turn.
don't believe in info raises.
Infill raise.
Yeah, I think
We
you
know
should
you
just
don't.
Bingo.
Get a read like
Check.
before info raise.
He checks and tries to trap Daniel. Daniel doesn't go for it. And now Galfond's in the trap.
Dur. Tom Duan.
Never claims to be.
Real
By
unlucky.
the way, I'll call you in no time.
Daniel catches the river
It
king.
wasn't even close if you move all in.
Daniel got real unlucky on the turn, and Galfond got real unlucky on the river.
No, David.
You would have called me in no time, obviously.
Me?
Yeah.
I would have called you.
Yeah.
Queens. You would call him
Not in the
Yikes.
pot, buddy, that you have 9s and
I have a
7s.
full house again.
I just choose not to be in those.
Oh, you knew that?
I
They
just
both
choose not
called
to
the
be in
9s
those
and
spots.
7s.
You call me in no time?
But I mean, like,
I would
how
not
often do I have
re-raised
9s
the
and
turn.
7s or 7s and 3s?
Thank
A
you.
lot
You
of
know,
times
praying
like
that you have the 8-10.
Phil gets
which
away
you
from
do,
it.
the same play with
Turn an 8, did you? Oh. Good fold. Thank you. We'll see. It was a good fold. I mean, it's too late to lie now. Yeah.
I mean, you don't believe in paying people off for sure, do you?
Maybe he's just really tight. He doesn't make
no,
good lay
I
downs.
don't.
He's really
Oh,
tight.
Phil? Yeah, he's the most bluffable person
Yeah,
in poker.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ace king suited for Klein,
It's to you. I got shot.
and 2 queens for Phil Locke.
Come on, no, 22.
Phil just calls Klein's $3,000 raise.
22 is dangerous because it can explode.
I did it voluntarily. I put on a bulletproof vest and let someone shoot me.
45 is a little more dangerous than 22.
Really?
Oh, bad timing for Galfond.
Johnny has spoken. I love it. Phil Galfond, the button bull. Here we go, you know?
Antonio just wants to start a fight.
I think the table's going to be a little more talkative today than it was the other day.
It feels like it. You know,
It
I'm
is.
going to.
If Phil gets winner, it will be.
If he starts
Yeah,
winning,
if he gets stuck, he won't say a word.
If he gets stuck, he just sits there.
Yeah, I have to have talking chips.
Get him, Bill.
There's one thing about it. I bet it's not as slow as it was the day before yesterday.
No, it won't be. Wow, I like it.
Good luck,
Is this
Doctor.
fifth? Is this the
May you
fifth hand?
Klein and Locke both opting to call.
Hands, I mean,
3-way to the flop. Good flop for Locke.
5 minutes between every.
He's really slow, right? On TV,
Check.
terrible.
I recognize that flop, Antonio, when I had the 7-8 of clubs.
As the young folks say, Galfond C-bets.
7 of spades, how about pocket 9s?
7-8 of clubs, huh?
How about pocket 9s?
Turbo muck
How'd you know?
for Klein.
How does this guy know that?
I didn't tell him.
Do you really have 9s?
How much?
See, you catch them lying.
I mean, but that's amazing if he didn't know. You know what we're talking
And
about?
Locke flats.
I was here.
And that'll do it for the young person
He
speak.
bet $40,000 on to the end.
Senior moment.
3 of club on the river.
8 of clubs makes the straight a stronger possibility.
You thought I was going to raise it and then dog it. Against most
That's
people.
big heart, man.
I actually decided I was going to represent a club if it came, and then I chickened out.
Well, that wouldn't have worked.
What are you going to call me with 2 9s?
No, I wouldn't have. But if I'd have had what I was
Would you have
supposed
called
to
with
have,
7
I
8?
would have called you. I would have,
If I
yeah.
shipped the river?
Yeah.
Tell you right now, I bluffed that one.
Bold move by Galfond.
Yeah.
Mr. Galfond. Oh, 4, 5, 6, 8. What do you got, ace 2 of clubs or something? 53. So if you got it, you're going to bet like 180 on the river. Felt me on the second hand. If you don't have it, you win, kid.
He bluffs you, kid.
I flopped the set. 100%?
You flipped the set?
Not 100, but 85.
Good raise pre-flop.
He just knows you can't call. I mean, he's smart.
I'll tell you after. I'll tell you the truth after.
I like that.
Suited.
Huh. Phil Galfond still got me on curious tilt.
I'll tell you one day.
Curiosity tilt.
Flush draw for both players.
They bluffed you, kid.
You got plenty
Feels
of
like
hours
he
to
He
had
figure
didn't
it
have
out.
a straight, I'll tell you that.
Bet 6,000.
Doyle bets his.
Just min raise and win. Just reach down and find your sack. I know it's hard, but you know it's there, right?
I like to do that when I have the 7.
Right.
Just 7, not 7-9. I don't need a 7-9 because it's a chopper. I'm crushed. He's going to have 7-9.
Galfond calls. Uh-oh. This could cost a chunk.
Bet 14,000.
14,000 to start with. Raised to 36,000.
Raised to 36.
Yeah, hard hand to get away from.
Got a little action in this little high stakes poker season 9, huh?
It's definitely starting out strong.
Board pairs with queens.
Bet.
Pair did not scare Galfond. He bets 54,000.
Bet 54,000.
Come on.
54,000.
Looks bad.
The sick thing is I folded 2 4 diamonds under the gun.
What's so sick about that?
That would have been 3 flushes. It's hard to get a diamond on the turn when there's 6 diamonds out and there's only that many left.
I'll do around the 32s.
I'm in.
Raised to 3,000.
Anyone object?
I'll do a round of anything.
Like I said, I don't want to do straddles, but I'll do them.
Okay, so one round of 16. It's
Whatever
just
you guys
not-
want.
Okay.
I'm in it for
I
the
want to do that.
You want to do 32, Doyle?
I love Doyle.
All right, 32.
500.
Wow, you smoke. He's in, Barry's in, Locke, you have no choice.
I have no choice. I go with.
You're in for 32?
Line trying to thin the
one
field
round,
with
32,
pocket
yeah,
sixes.
I'll take it. If I'm doing 32s, I better get
Okay,
some.
here,
yeah.
you can keep it for a
Oh,
while.
yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Wow, look at that. What's the price on that?
That's
Just
good.
bounce right into it.
The price was
On
a
top of
very,
cash.
very hard. That was now.
Galfond calls
The
with
thing is, you guys
threes.
failed to realize that
That's good if you get a cop stops you and he sees that. That's good for you.
all the bad stuff trickled out. Now the good stuff is left in it.
Daniel can't resist the
Failed
price.
to realize. The law of independent trials does not apply to this
Cash, and I
lucky
couldn't see
emulator.
anything that he had. It was horrible. No one at the table as a rebought.
Bingo set for Phil Galfond.
I mean, I've watched every season. This is the quietest show I've ever seen. Me and Doyle got it all in. He had 30,000 left. He looked at one ace, and he had pair aces. And that ace down. That was the only real all-in.
No, and I had a flush against flush a while ago.
And I folded 2 diamonds too. I had
And rather than checking to the razor,
It was the smallest spot of that.
he leads into this pot.
No, I'm saying.
Daniel has a gut shot but gets out of the way.
Well, the first show we had like 4 all-ins in the
Yeah,
first half
yeah,
hour.
that guy was sitting, the silly man guy was telling me that.
We started out fast. We just slowed down.
Yep.
The 32 hopefully will wake some people up.
Klein makes the
What
call.
I'm hoping.
The last time these two faced off,
Wakes up.
Klein pulled off a monster bluff on the river.
Doesn't have. Oh, it does have the year on
And
it.
don't you think
I thought it would be better if it didn't.
that Phil Galfond doesn't remember that? And now he bets 61,000.
Is that 3 stacks of yellows behind? Is there more?
61,000.
Oh.
3 stacks of yellows, 1 stack of blues.
Thank you.
Klein has picked up the open-ender. And that's good enough for a call. The pot is ballooned now to over $200,000. The river misses Klein.
I'm all in.
And Galfond goes all in.
I think I got the wrong set. I think I got the wrong set.
Klein talking to himself.
Don't be nervous. It's going to charity one way or the other, right? You don't have to move it in. You don't have to move it in. God, I can't tell if you're just trying to get back at me because you really don't like me that much, or oh, you really got me.
He's really suspicious of a bluff.
Think long, you think wrong.
But he folds.
Good hand. Good hand.
They got you on. Come
It's
on.
not bluff.
That's the part that upsets me.
You know,
Why does he even bother looking?
Then you know that he doesn't know. This way,
This way you think that,
Oh, there's
there's a
that maybe I'll
possibility that he
look
actually
down at
has a
a
hand.
7-4
hand.
and just fold it.
I don't think he looked at one card that time.
I can't tell. I've got Antonio's wall of money there, so I can't really see much.
Something for everybody. Croak has top pair, Klein has a flush draw, and Galfond the open-ended straight draw.
5,500.
Klein raises with his flush draw. Galfond calls. I doubt Croak will re-raise.
Call.
Could be some interesting turn cards here.
One more. I got two
Two
more.
more
Right?
thousand make you lucky.
Good luck.
You have to look at the flop first, or the turn.
There is an interesting turn card, and it's for Phil Galfond. He makes the nut straight. Klein continues betting his flush draw. Galfond is grabbing some serious ammo. $67,000.
67,000.
Wow.
That sends Croak a message.
Guess I have to fold.
Klein doesn't know that if he hits his straight, he'll only chop the pot. Robert Croak doesn't care who wins this pot. Klein calls. Nearly a $200,000 pot now. A disappointing red card for Klein. Looks like Klein's creative juices may be flowing. They sure are. He bets $150,000.
Not the best river. Maybe the worst river.
I don't want to say it out loud. It's what I was thinking.
Klein's trying to represent a full
I
house.
think I was okay. Yeah, I was fine with the spade. 150? How much time left? What else could you have called with?
Galfond falls for it.
It's him.
If you were bluffing, which
really.
Holy that's Bill.
Really
You are sick.
Whoa,
you're sick.
All right,
You gotta yield one more.
Antonio, before even you were halfway through with you were bluffing, this would be a good time to show. Bill knew that. Bill knew the ropes. He was like, all right, this is a nice time to show.